Ladies and gentlemen, fellow patriots, wake up. Our judges, the very guardians sworn to protect the Constitution, have turned into enablers of tyranny. They've let unconstitutional laws and rulings stand for decades, sacrificing the rights of the people they were meant to shield. These aren't just mistakes, they're betrayals of integrity, where black-robed elites prioritize government power over the everyday American. And what is case law, really? It's nothing more than a judge's opinion, dressed up as authority, allowed to fester and harm the very citizens the Constitution was written for. Today, I'm exposing a variety of these outrages, from agency overreach to property theft, all rubber-stamped by spineless courts. First, let's talk about Chevron deference. For 40 years, from 1984 until just this year, judges deferred to federal agencies' interpretations of laws, letting bureaucrats rewrite statutes without accountability. Imagine the EPA or FDA imposing regulations that strangle small businesses, farmers, and families, all because judges lack the guts to say no to this unconstitutional power grab. The Constitution vests legislative power in Congress, not unelected officials, yet courts let this stand, causing economic devastation and loss of liberties for millions. Only in 2024 did the Supreme Court finally overturn it in Loper Bright Enterprises v. Raimondo. But the damage is done. How many lives ruined because judges chose deference over duty? Next, civil asset forfeiture, a modern-day highway robbery upheld by the courts. Government agents seize your cash, cars, or homes without even charging you with a crime, flipping the Fifth Amendment's due process on its head. In cases like United States v. $8,850 in U.S. currency, the Supreme Court allowed this, claiming it's not punishment. Critics call it theft, and they're right. Billions stolen from innocent people, funding police departments like a slush fund. Judges have ignored the Constitution's protections, letting this predatory practice harm hardworking Americans, destroying lives without recourse. Where's the integrity? It's buried under piles of seized assets. Then there's the infamous Wickard v. Filburn from 1942, where the Supreme Court expanded the Commerce Clause to absurd levels. A farmer grew wheat for his own family, not for sale, yet the court upheld fines against him, saying it affected interstate commerce. This opened the floodgates for federal overreach into every corner of life, from your backyard garden to local businesses. Judges let this precedent stand for generations, eroding states' rights and individual freedoms, all while claiming it's constitutional. The harm? Endless regulations suffocating the people, with no end until brave challenges chip away. And don't get me started on unconstitutional organizations like the ATF. Born from Treasury Department reshuffles without clear constitutional warrant, the ATF has ballooned into a gun-grabbing machine, enforcing regulations that infringe on the Second Amendment. Courts have upheld their actions in cases like Abramski versus United States, ignoring the lack of founding authority and the harm to law-abiding citizens. Judges turn a blind eye, letting these agencies operate like rogue entities, violating rights under the guise of public safety. These are just a few examples of how judges' lack of integrity has defiled our Constitution. Case law isn't divine. It's fallible human decisions that, when allowed to stand unconstitutionally, create a web of harm. The people suffer. Families bankrupted, freedom stripped, tyranny entrenched. It's time to demand better. Rise up, educate yourselves, and hold these judges accountable. The Constitution was for we the people, not we the government. If you're fired up, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the fight against this judicial betrayal. America depends on it.